Here is a quick rundown of how to play Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska in a way that keeps beat. If you don't have a drummer, and also if you want people to hear it clearly, it's hard to finger pick it like Bruce does on the album. Also, I play it in a key of G, and then I do capo 2, so that you can play it in the A if he wants, but if you have a lower voice, you can do capo 1, or you can do no capo, so it would go A, whatever that is, A flat, G sharp, and then no capo would be in key of G, which is nice if you got a low Johnny Cash-ish voice. And depending if you're a woman singing, you may want to go up a capo. But capos are great, key of G is great. It gets the biggest sound, and it's very good for the rundowns, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so basically, Bruce plays it quite slow. I speed it up a little bit, again, because in sing-alongs, people tend to not want to sing too slow. He's singing it almost as a sort of funereal song, but I've countrified it a little bit, even though Nebraska is a very country-ish album. So basically, it goes like this. Okay, just gonna. Now G, you can play the Bob Dylan G. I've shown that in other videos. That's just the 6-string 3-finger G. You can also play this beautiful one here, which Kings of Leon and the Indigo Girls and many people like. Okay, now in this version, I'm going to actually use the Bob Dylan one because I find it much easier to do bass runs on. But just if you want to practice, you just remember you can do a lot of great runs on this G, and the Indigo Girls use that a ton. Ben Harper uses it a lot too. So anyway, that's a more beautiful, colorful G, but I'm going to use this one to show you how easy it is to do rundowns, okay? And how you can play around with them. So this is basically the whole song, and then I will show you what he does in the interludes. Okay, so, and this is the long intro at the beginning too. Do it again without blocking your view. G, C, G, C, F, C, back to G, C. Now in the interludes, he just does the G and C part. Okay, so just a play harmonica, that's where you can do nice, easy stuff over that G and C repeat. Now again, remember, if you're playing capo 2, it's actually an A and D, I think, and that's closer to what he plays. I just find the G is the best one for doing runs, and that's what I want to show you now. I'm going to just get the guitar a little bit closer for you. So, you can do it with this one. You can mess around with that one too. It's a very beautiful, colorful G. But I do think this is a bit more Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen country version. So, when you play the G, just watch this. And you play the G, and you can lift this up. So play around with keeping that pinky where it is. When you wander, you will see with your fingers, eventually you'll go off key, and you go, ooh, that's a bit wonky, it doesn't sound like the melody of the song. That's how you figure it out, okay? So, I do like this. Same for the C, okay? So, with the G I go. Or, and that's a hammer on, and that's a hammer off. Play with those, or you can also just do this. So you can even not hammer. You can just do play the G. It's so good for sort of country style or slow songs like this that need to be filled in. So I'm just going to do the G first. Or hammer on, hammer on, hammer off, hammer on and off. Now, sometimes you don't want to do all that funky stuff. Sometimes you just literally want to just do. Okay, but just remember, you have got rundowns without doing any hammering. First string, second string, third string, fourth string. Okay, now for the C, same idea. Now there are other Cs. There is a cool, funky Indigo Girls C, but it's not. I don't think it's perfectly suitable for the style of walk downs and the style of sound you want for this song. So here's an open C, a normal C. It's 5 strings. Okay, and this is what I do with that C. So again, watch. That is with no hammers, no removing any. So just remember, you've got, sorry. That's all the strings. You can hit any of those as a bass note. So that's what you do. Dum dum. Okay, and then for walk downs I do, or hammer-ons, hammer-offs I do. In this case with the G, the C, just keep these 2 fingers always there, and your middle finger just plays around. So that's all just hitting that middle finger's 3rd string. Play around with hammering. So just one more time, and then on the F, I just do that. Okay, it's a 4-fingered F, so it's bar these 2, but at an angle like that, and then so that's on your 1st fret, wherever that is, and then bar that, skip a string, so then you're going to do 2nd fret, 4th string, and then 3rd fret, 3rd string like that. Only play those 4. And sometimes if you want to make it funky, you can put your pinky there on the 3rd fret, 6th string like that. I do that a lot. With that one, you can hammer the middle finger again. Okay, so I'm going to just play that whole progression once, and that's enough. Have fun. Okay? Remember, it is faster than the sort of really, really deathly march of Springsteen's, but his is really, he doesn't play much guitar on it, so it's great. But okay, here we go. This is the whole progression one time. That is all you need to do. It's mostly the middle finger hammering. And just, if you want to look at other videos about hammer-ons and hammer-offs, please do. I don't have a close enough camera to do it, and I think this is enough. The whole point of my website is to get some of you playing and singing, maybe if you haven't in a while. Simple songs with a capo and simple chords are the way to do it. If you can learn these walk downs, then you can do other ones like Grateful Dead's Ripple. Really lovely tune. Has a lot of that stuff in it. I just have learned how to do these, you know. So you just mess around in front of the TV. Try not to inflict too much of it on your family members while you're learning. Show it at the campfire. You know, do a bit of showing off when you got it rounded off. Okay? People don't really want to hear you repeating the same thing 1,000 times, but that is how you learn. This has been Kansai Busker. Please subscribe. This is just a labor of love for me, but it's kind of fun, and it's one of the positive results for me out of COVID, although there are many not so great ones. Rock on, all of you around the world. Thanks a lot. Bye.